North Carolina, Hendrick Motorsports. It's impossible to talk NASCAR super teams without bowing to Rick Hendrick's empire out of Charlotte. Hendrick Motorsports has become the winningest team owner in Cup history, racking up a jaw-dropping 318 Cup race wins as of August of 2025. With 14 Cup Series championships, including Jimmy Johnson's record-tying 7 and Jeff Gordon's 4, this squad set the gold standard. From Gordon's Rainbow Glory days to Johnson's 5 straight title streak, Hendrick's stable dominated decades. They consistently outgunned other North Carolina legends like Petty Enterprises, 268 wins, and Joe Gibbs Racing, combining innovation with all-star drivers. Even though Petty's level cross team owned the early era with 10 titles, Hendrick's modern juggernaut clearly wears the crown, making North Carolina the heart of stock car supremacy. South Carolina, Bud Moore Engineering. Representing South Carolina is the tough-as-nails team of Bud Moore, a World War II veteran-turned-master mechanic. Moore's Spartanburg-based outfit claimed 63 NASCAR Cup wins and 2 championships in 37 years, becoming a 1960s powerhouse. With back-to-back Cup titles in 1962 to 63, under legendary driver Joe Weatherly, Bud Moore Engineering proved a small-town team could whip the big boys. Drivers like Buddy Baker, Bobby Allison, Dale Earnhardt, and Ricky Rudd all grabbed wins for Moore. Runner-up from South Carolina is Cotton Owens Garage, another Spartanburg team that notched a 1966 championship with David Pearson. But Moore's squad edges ahead with more total wins and its gritty longevity. This good old boy South Carolina crew earned a Hall of Fame legacy as the Palmetto State's finest in Cup history. Virginia, Wood Brothers Racing. Hailing from Stewart, Virginia, the Wood Brothers team is NASCAR's ultimate family dynasty. Founded in 1953, it's the oldest active team in Cup racing, and still winning in its 8th decade on track. The iconic number 21 Ford carried legends like David Pearson, who scored 43 of the team's 100-plus victories. Known for lightning-fast pit stops, which innovated the modern pit crew, the Woods won 101 Cup races, as of 2025, including 5 Daytona 500s. They outshine fellow Virginia outfits like Morgan McClure Motorsports, a great 1990s team with 14 wins and 3 Daytona 500s. While Morgan McClure had flashy superspeedway glory, the Wood brothers' sustained success and contributions to NASCAR lore make them Virginia's best by far. Their longevity and innovation keep this humble family team a beloved Cup legend. Georgia, Elliott Melling Racing. In the 1980s, a small-town Georgia crew stunned NASCAR's giants. Bill Elliott's family-run team, backed by Melling Tool, turned the Dawsonville shop into a Cup-winning factory. Awesome Bill clinched the 1988 Winston Cup Championship in the number 9 Ford, and he famously captured the Winston Million bonus in 1985 by winning 3 of the sport's 4 crown jewels. Elliott's set a NASCAR record with lightning-fast qualifying, 212.8 miles per hour at Talladega, and 34 total wins for Melling Racing. These results led the Georgia upstart to beat out the state's historic rival, Raymond Parks' 1949 title team. Parks' early championship was huge, but Elliott's 1980s dominance, with 11 wins in 1985 alone, put modern Georgia on the map. By blending hometown ingenuity with raw speed, Elliott Melling Racing proudly stands as the Peach State's top Cup team. Florida, Smokey Yunick's team. Daytona Beach's best damn garage in town produced a NASCAR legend in Smokey Yunick. Part engineer, part outlaw. Smokey's black and gold number 13 Chevys were fast and often bent the rules. His cars won major races, notably the 1962 Daytona 500 with driver Fireball Roberts, and even a Daytona qualifying race in '63 with rookie Johnny Rutherford. Yunick's innovations, like a 7/8 scale Chevelle that snagged the '67 Daytona pole, became racing lore. Florida didn't spawn many Cup teams, but Smokey's one-car outfit stood toe-to-toe with factory-backed rivals. He was a self-taught genius, whose cars officially won 2 Daytona 500s in 1961 and '62, and numerous other events. While not a multi-car empire, Yunick's maverick success and larger-than-life persona make his Daytona shop Florida's most iconic Cup team contribution. Michigan, Roush Fenway Racing. Michigan native Jack Roush brought Midwest brainpower to NASCAR, and it paid off big. Launching his Cup team in 1988, Roush, a Detroit engineer, built a multi-car powerhouse that's tallied 143 Cup race wins. The team, now RFK Racing, claimed back-to-back Cup titles in 2003 with Matt Kenseth and 2004 with Kurt Busch, breaking the Southern team's grip. Roush's 5-car army in the 2000s dominated with drivers like Kenseth, Busch, Mark Martin, and Greg Biffle, frequently outgunning home state rival Team Penske, whose NASCAR shop later moved to North Carolina. Jack Roush's team, initially staffed with Detroit talent, gave them Motor City bragging rights by consistently beating NASCAR's Carolinas contingent. With 143 Cup victories and counting, Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing remains Michigan's proud standard-bearer in stock car racing. Ohio, Team Penske, led by Ohio-born Roger the Captain Penske. This team brings Midwestern savvy to NASCAR's top tier. Penske, who started in sports cars and IndyCar, eventually translated that winning culture to his Cup operation, now boasting 4 Cup Series championships: 2012, 2018, 2022, 2023, and dozens of wins. In NASCAR, Team Penske's Fords, previously Dodges, have earned over 80 Cup victories, including multiple Daytona 500s and Brickyard 400s. Penske first dipped into NASCAR in the 70s, but it was the 1990s return, with Rusty Wallace and later Brad Keselowski and Joey Logano, that made Penske a top contender. Hailing from Shaker Heights, Ohio, Penske outclassed another Ohio-associated effort, the older Raymond Beetle Blue Max team from Texas, with consistency and championship hardware. Known for immaculate preparation and business-like efficiency, Team Penske gives the Buckeye State a shining claim as home to one of NASCAR's elite operations. Pennsylvania, Chip Ganassi Racing. Pittsburgh's own Chip Ganassi imported his open-wheel pedigree into NASCAR, and the Keystone State reaped the rewards. Ganassi's Cup team, which evolved from Sabco Racing in the 90s, scored 20 Cup wins with star drivers like Sterling Marlin, Jamie McMurray, and Kyle Larson. The highlight reel includes McMurray's epic 2010 season, when the team swept the Daytona 500 and Brickyard 400 in the same year, making Ganassi the first owner ever to win Indy 500, Daytona 500, and Brickyard 400. While Ganassi's outfit never captured a Cup championship, unlike Pennsylvania's other NASCAR son, Penske, it delivered major victories in popular moments, like Larson's breakthrough and Marlin's title runs. By comparison, no other Pennsylvania-based team has reached these heights. When it comes to Pennsylvania pride in NASCAR, Chip Ganassi Racing's achievements and crown jewel wins make it the state's top Cup representative. Indiana, K&K Insurance Racing. In the late 1960s and early 70s, an Indiana-based team shocked the NASCAR world. K&K Insurance Racing, run by Fort Wayne businessman Nord Krauskopf, fielded blazing fast Dodge Chargers that dominated 1970, winning the Cup championship with driver Bobby Isaac. Isaac, paired with crew chief Harry Hyde, delivered 11 wins in 1970 and took the title, cementing K&K's legacy. In 1969, Isaac won 17 races, an astounding feat, showcasing this Hoosier team's might. K&K's 2-year tier brought 52 NASCAR victories and back-to-back owner titles in 55 and 56, with different drivers. Oh wait, that was another Midwestern juggernaut, Wisconsin's Kiefer. Still, K&K gave Indiana its brightest star team. While modern fans know Stewart-Haas Racing, co-owned by Indiana's Tony Stewart, for 2 Cup titles, the original Indiana super team is K&K. Their brief but brilliant championship run and innovative winged Dodges make them the state's top Cup racing contributor. Wisconsin, Alan Kulwicki's AK Racing. The Badger State's greatest Cup team was a one-man show. Alan Kulwicki, the bespectacled underdog owner-driver from Greenfield, Wisconsin. Kulwicki's single-car AK Racing team shocked the establishment by winning the 1992 Cup Series championship, the last driver and owner to do so. Armed with Brain's determination and his famous Polish victory lap celebration, Kulwicki beat giant multi-car teams in a dramatic title finale by a mere 10 points. His team won 5 Cup races in total, a modest count, but none bigger than that Atlanta finale to clinch the championship. Wisconsin had seen dominance before. The 1950s Kiefer team, from Wisconsin, won 52 races and 2 titles, but that outfit was short-lived. Kulwicki's miraculous 1992 run, achieved with a small budget, Milwaukee-built operation against all odds, forever endears AK Racing as Wisconsin's ultimate NASCAR triumph story. Colorado, Furniture Row Racing. From the unlikeliest of places, Denver, Colorado, came Furniture Row Racing, a single-car team that rose to the top. In 2017, this team broke the mold by winning the Cup Series championship with driver Martin Truex Jr., proving a team outside NASCAR's North Carolina hub could conquer all. Furniture Row notched 18 Cup wins, including a dominant 8-win championship season in 2017, all while based a mile high in the Rockies. No other Colorado outfit ever attempted full-time Cup competition, making FRR's success truly unique. They even outclassed many North Carolina teams, beating runner-up powerhouses week after week. Ultimately, financial strains led to the team's shutdown in 2018, but not before it brought Colorado national glory. In a state better known for IndyCar, Pikes Peak, or sports cars, Furniture Row's title run stands as a Rocky Mountain high point, literally, and the best Cup team ever to call Colorado home. Kentucky, Harry Ranier Racing. Hailing from the Bluegrass State, Harry Ranier was a coal magnate who built a formidable Cup team in the late 70s and 80s. Ranier Racing never ran a full schedule for a title, but they owned the big races. The team won 24 Cup races, including 3 Daytona 500 victories, 1980 with Buddy Baker, 1983-84 with Cale Yarborough. Based on a Prestonsburg, Kentucky family's passion, Ranier's operation fielded some of NASCAR's fastest hot rods, known for the record-setting Gray Ghost car that still holds the fastest Daytona 500 average speed. Kentucky isn't rife with Cup teams, but Ranier's stands tall, outperforming the likes of modest modest Kentucky-born efforts like Michael Waltrip's later team. In 1984, their car even pulled off back-to-back Daytona 500 wins. Though eventually selling to Robert Yates, Ranier Racing's legacy of speed and superspeedway dominance makes it the Commonwealth's best NASCAR team contribution. Louisiana. Hagan Enterprises. Louisiana delivered a surprise champion in NASCAR, thanks to oilman Billy Hagan from Lilly, Louisiana. Hagan's team, Hagan Enterprises and Stratagraph Racing, reached the pinnacle in 1984 when driver Terry Labonte clinched the Winston Cup Championship in Hagan's number 44 Chevy. That title, the first for a team with deep Gulf Coast roots, put Louisiana on the NASCAR map. Hagan's operation, active from the early 70s to mid-90s, scored 6 Cup wins, including Terry Labonte's triumph in the 1980 Southern 500 as a rookie. Competing against larger Carolina teams, Hagan's small outfit punched above its weight. Louisiana doesn't have many Cup teams to its name, mostly local short track heroes, so Hagan's 1984 championship easily crowns his team as the state's greatest. It even subtly outshines another Southern independent, Junior Johnson's team, North Carolina, at least in Cajun country pride. For bringing a Cup trophy home to Louisiana, Hagan Enterprises takes the title down on the Bayou, Texas, Blue Max Racing. In the 1980s, Raymond Beadle, a Texan drag racing icon, brought Lone Star flair to NASCAR with Blue Max Racing. This Dallas-based team, famed for its bright blue number 27, struck gold when driver Rusty Wallace won the 1989 Winston Cup Championship. Blue Max amassed 20 Cup wins under Beadle, including Rusty's sensational 1988-89 seasons, 15 wins over 2 years. Texas had seen NASCAR teams come and go, but none as successful at the Cup level. The closest contender, the 1960s Holman Moody outfit, co-run by a Texan, John Holman, dominated an era, but they were based in Charlotte. Blue Max actually carried Texas roots into victory lane regularly, battling giants like Hendrick and Roush. With Wallace behind the wheel, the team won 18 races in 3 seasons and gave Texas its first Cup championship taste. That bravado, a drag racer owner beating NASCAR at its own game, makes Blue Max Racing the pride of the Lone Star State's NASCAR history. New Jersey, Evernham Motorsports. New Jersey's racing hero, Ray Evernham, not only guided Jeff Gordon to multiple titles as a crew chief, but also forged his own Cup team that brought Dodge back to NASCAR. Based partly on Evernham's New Jersey-born grit, Evernham Motorsports fielded the number 9 and 19 cars in the 2000s, scoring 13 Cup Series wins as an owner from 2001 to 2007. With veterans Bill Elliott and Casey Kane, the team grabbed marquee victories, including the 2002 Brickyard 400 bagged by Elliott, and a cluster of wins during Kane's breakout 2006 season. Evernham's operation, headquartered in North Carolina but led by the Hazlitt, New Jersey native, outpaced other Northeast efforts like the modest number 30 Bahari team or New York's Bodine family team. Evernham's innovations, from pit crew athleticism to car tech, showed in his team's performance. While his team eventually merged into Petty Enterprises, for much of the 2000s, it was the premier NASCAR team with Jersey DNA. Fast, innovative, and occasionally dominating, much like Evernham himself. Missouri, Trackhouse Racing. A fresh face on the scene, Trackhouse Racing gives Missouri a claim to NASCAR excellence. Co-owned by St. Louis native Justin Marks, this upstart team has already won Cup races, 4 victories by 2023, and made championship contention noise in just a few seasons. With young stars like Ross Chastain, whose video game wall ride move in 2022 went viral, Trackhouse has blended innovation and showmanship. In 2022, Chastain delivered the team's first wins at COTA and Talladega, and a deep playoff run, while Daniel Suarez scored a popular Sonoma victory. Missouri hasn't historically housed major Cup teams, so Trackhouse quickly became the state's standard-bearer, surpassing any past attempts. They even acquired Ganassi's NASCAR assets, instantly boosting their competitiveness. By comparison, other teams with Missouri ties, like Carl Edwards' Roush ride or Marx's former smaller team, never carried a state identity. Trackhouse does, with Marx's Missouri roots and Pitbull's flair, making it the show-me state's best and most fun Cup team to date. New York, Geoff Bodine Racing. The Empire State's top Cup team came from the determination of Chamon, New York's own Geoff Bodine. After buying Alan Kulwicki's team in 1993, Bodine ran his family-owned operation and even drove the car himself, famously winning the 1996 Watkins Glen race in front of the home crowd. That road course victory in the number 7 Ford was the first Cup win by a New York-based owner and driver in NASCAR's modern era. Bodine's small team notched multiple poles and that one crucial win, running competitively against far larger outfits. While New York produced great drivers, it had few notable teams. The Bodine brothers' effort was the exception. They outlasted briefly funded New York startups and gave the Northeast a NASCAR foothold. Geoff's innovative streak, he introduced power steering to NASCAR and tested new chassis ideas, helped his team punch above its weight. It never contended for a title. But for New York, Geoff Bodine's independently run team stands as the ultimate hometown contender, capped by that magical win at the Glen. Alabama. Bobby Allison Allison's independent team. Alabama's NASCAR legacy is defined by the intrepid Alabama gang, and Bobby Allison's own team epitomized that fighting spirit. In the early 1970s, Allison often ran as an owner-driver, wrenching on his cars in Hueytown and still winning big. In 1972, driving his self-owned and briefly Howard-sponsored No. 12 Chevrolet, Allison won 10 races, yes, double digits, a feat nearly unheard of for an independent team. He fell just shy of the 72 championship, but beating the factory-backed Petty team that often was a regular occurrence that year. Allison's low-budget operation upset NASCAR's establishment, and his success, with 84 career wins, many in self-prepared cars, earned him the 1983 Cup title for another team and Hall of Fame honors. While Alabama never had a large multi-car cup shop, Allison's outfit proved an Alabama team could topple the Giants on any given Sunday. His closest state rival might be the later Johnson Racing, an Alabama-based Busch team, but at the Cup level, Bobby's DIY team, winning races and roaring with that Alabama gang pride, is the state's undisputed best NASCAR team effort, Arkansas, Hal Needham's Skull Bandit team. Leave it to an Arkansas-born Hollywood stuntman to shake up NASCAR. Hal Needham, raised in Arkansas, partnered with actor Burt Reynolds to form the flamboyant Skull Bandit team in the 1980s. Their number 33 Pontiac, with Harry Gant driving, became a fan favorite, and it delivered 9 Cup wins and 13 poles during 1981 to 89. Based on Needham's showmanship and engineering daring, the team nearly stole the 1984 championship, with Gant finishing second in points. This outfit brought Tinseltown style to NASCAR, but also serious performance. Gant's knack for late race charges earned him the nickname Mr. September in 1991. Though he was with another team. As for Arkansas, no other Cup team has such direct ties. Needham's operation, though headquartered in North Carolina, was led by a poor kid from Arkansas who made good. By injecting Hollywood money and Arkansas grit, Needham's team outshone many traditional teams of its era. It stands as the natural state's top NASCAR team contribution, a perfect mix of stuntman flair and stock car success. California, Stewart-Haas Racing. California's NASCAR impact usually comes via drivers, but thanks to Gene Haas, a California machine tool mogul, the Golden State boasts a championship-winning Cup team. Haas founded his own team in 2002, and after partnering with Indiana's Tony Stewart in 2009, Stewart-Haas Racing exploded into a top-tier organization. With 70 Cup wins and 2 championships, Stewart in 2011, Kevin Harvick in 2014, SHR brought a West Coast work ethic to NASCAR's heartland. Gene Haas, born in Youngstown, California, provided the resources and technological savvy, while Stewart added driver-owner magic. They even dethroned California's other semi-claim, Hendrick Motorsports, which features California drivers but is based in North Carolina, by winning those titles. SHR's roster featured huge names: Stewart, Harvick, Kurt Busch, Clint Bowyer, and a brash, innovative approach. No Cup team is physically based in Cali, but Haas's leadership makes SHR a California creation at heart. By clinching multiple championships and over 70 wins, Stewart-Haas Racing revs up California's status as a producer of NASCAR greatness, outrunning any prior West Coast efforts in the Cup Series. While SHR officially closed at the end of the 2024 season, Gene Haas continues into 2025 under the new Haas Factory Team banner, fielding a single Cup charter and 2 Xfinity cars. These were some of the most prominent U.S. states' best NASCAR teams. Comment Part 2 if you want me to make a video on rest of the 30 states. Subscribe to the NASCAR Explainer for getting more interesting NASCAR stories on your feed every day.